Yeah, happy Saturday. It's Paul the Pipe Guy here, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York. It's a whopping 10 degrees Fahrenheit here. It's cold. And I have this beautiful poker pipe. Look at that briar. You can see it in the light much better. Look at that briar. That is gorgeous. And a good friend of mine sent that poker pipe to me. It's a 9mm, I believe. Now I have to check. Let's see here. Nope. 6mm. Just as good. He uses filters all the time. I don't. Like I said, for me, using a filter is like, I don't know, it's kind of like wearing a condom or taking a shower with a raincoat on. Let's set something on fire. Look at that beautiful poker pipe that he gifted to me. Look at that. It's got like tiger stripes. And in it, we've got some Bengal slices, single barrel. You can't get this stuff now. And, you know, like I was sharing with you guys before, I knew I had bought multiple tins of this, and I'm getting down, to probably half a tin. And I love this stuff. And I was like, I checked through my cellar and my Lane cedar chest a couple times and couldn't find it. And I knew. And then finally I lifted one tin up and there was 4 tins of Bengal slices. I was about ready to buy more, but you can't find it. And that's why when I find a blend that I really love, I'll stock up on it if it's in your budget. And this is from 5 of 2021. So, it's almost 3 years old. Let's set it on fire. I was so happy to find those 4 tins. And they're all from 5 of 2021. Oh, man. The other thing I like about this bowl, I really love, not because it's just beautiful, but do you see how the crown of the bowl actually goes down inwards? So it's nice for packing because, it's almost like a little bowl and it curves down. You can see that. And so your tobacco doesn't come falling out. I love this pipe. And not one factory fill. So, before the end of this video, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to make myself one heck of a killer breakfast. Actually, it's more like brunch. I'm going to make scrambled eggs with sharp cheddar cheese mixed in with them. I have some Bob Evans breakfast sausage links. I'm going to make 3 or 4 of those. I've got the hash browns like they have at McDonald's. I'm going to make 1 of those. Then I'm going to top it off with 2 slices of raisin toast. Now that breakfast would cost me, with a tip and everything, about $20. I'll make it for like $3. And I'll make it better. I do have some, I want to show you this. I'm going to pause the video for a nanosecond. All right, we're back. So I do have this stuff. It's corned beef and hash. Mm-hmm. You put that in a frying pan. I used to serve it on the side with my eggs. And then a buddy at work, he told me, he says, no, man, he says, dump the whole can in, take like 6 eggs, dump them in there and just mix it all up together. And I did that. And I let the corned beef and hash, cook for a little bit first. So it gets a little crispy, and then I put the eggs in with it and just mix it all up. Comes out phenomenal. The freaking calories are huge. I mean, just this can right here is 640 calories. So, but it's good food storage food. I mean, this it says best by October of 2026. I mean, that's basically the shelf life on this is 3 years, and I'm sure you could go 4. If you're keeping it, at room temperature and so forth, because it says best by, so you can go longer. I mean, as long as the top isn't popped up and domed up, that means you got bacteria in there, and boop, so that top is sucked down. And yeah, so I'm anxious for a nice big breakfast. I disappeared for a second there, didn't I? I might even put in some broccoli in with my eggs. But I'm not going to do the corned beef and hash today because I think that, scrambled cheese eggs, with Bob Evans 4 sausage breakfast links, a hash brown, and 2 pieces of well butter saturated raisin toast is going to be good enough. I mean, usually when I take a can of that, I'll put like 4 or 5 eggs in with it, which is enough to feed 2 people, but sometimes I get really hungry at night. But if you're feeding 2 people, just pour that can in, put 6 eggs in there. That's all you need. Just make sure you brown that corned beef and hash up a little bit. Keep browning it up and stir it until you hear the potatoes start to just pop a little bit, and it starts to brown up a little bit, and then you got her done. You could actually eat it cold right out of the can, but I got to show you something. I'm kind of like a survivalist and so forth, and so on my keychain, I have one of these. Does anybody know what that is? Well, I'll tell you what that is. That is a USGI, and I made sure it was USGI, not made in China. It's made in the USA. This company only makes these for the military. It's actually a can opener, and that's a P38 can opener. And then I also have the bigger one, which, same thing, USGI. It says US. Yep. And it's made in the USA. They're stainless steel. That's the P58, which is bigger. So I've actually opened cans with these. Keep it right on my keychain. One time I ordered This was when I was eating crappy about 3 years ago. Went down to the store and just got, I don't know what the heck they were, a can of raviolis. I thought it was a Pop Top. Well, it wasn't. It was a top like that. And what did I have to do? I didn't have a can opener at work. I had to take a hammer and screwdriver and hammer all around that thing till I got her opened up. I got her done, but if I had, at the time I didn't have that P38 or P58 USGI can opener. These Bengal slices are just so good. They come in slices, okay? I don't know if you can see it in the jar. They come in slices. You can see them there. Yep, see that? See that slice? And it's important. If you want a good quality smoke, to chop those up the proper way, I chop them up about a 1/4 inch thick. But the important part is that you sit there and take the time to rub out your tobacco. If you're rushing it and you've got clumps of tobacco that aren't rubbed out, you're not going to get a good smoke. You just won't. Rubbing out tobacco is like a rite of passage before you smoke. You know, I'll take 5 minutes. Depending on the blend, sometimes 10 minutes. If it's real compressed plug. And just sit there and rub it between my fingers on a cutting board. Keep going over it and going over it and going over it and going over it till there's no more clumps. Then I load my bowl the way I load my bowl. Oh, that breakfast with cheese, eggs, and Bob Evans. I haven't had Bob Evans breakfast sausage links in, God, years. Yeah, let's start breakfast. I'll be back in a nanosecond, and then I'll show you. Now that, my friends, is a hearty breakfast made for a king. Yeah, look at that. Got our hash brown there, our raisin toast, our Bob Evans sausage links. We got our scrambled eggs with cheese. That is a breakfast fit for a king. And now I'm going to pause the video and eat it, and we'll be right back. Oh, that was a breakfast or a brunch made for a king. I could only get through about a little more than half of it, and I'm stuffed. I could almost take a nap right now. It's 10 degrees outside. I got my heat set at 72. Let's light up these. Yeah, Bengal slices. I don't believe in wasting food, so I'll have that later. The rest of it. I feel so full. Yeah. It's just so quiet here and nice. That only took me about 10 minutes to whip together that beautiful breakfast. I believe in eating good. Got some nice pork chops in the refrigerator I bought yesterday. Probably do those up in my cast iron Lodge made in the USA pan. It's a pan, but it has fins in it, so it looks like it was barbecued. Put some barbecue sauce on that, some Sweet Baby Ray's. Probably cook up 3 or 4 of those, so I'll have dinner for tonight, dinner for tomorrow, lunch for Monday and Tuesday at work. Have some nice brown rice, a nice barbecued pork chop. Some broccoli. Don't get any better than that. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This pipe smokes so good. And I just love these Bengal slices, single barrel, which you can't find anywhere. I dare anybody to try to find this exact blend, Bengal slices, single barrel. Anywhere, you can't find it. I looked all over. Thank God I found those 410s. I still haven't found my pound of Haunted Bookshop. I've been looking all over for it. There's only 3 places I keep my tobacco. On my kitchen table, on my desk, on my coffee table, and in my cellar that I have upstairs. It's a room totally dedicated to my cellaring of my tobacco. It's a smaller room. Man, that breakfast was so good. And these Bengal slices out of this pipe are just phenomenal. I mean, look at that pipe. That is like the most beautiful poker pipe I think I've ever seen in my life. And I thank my friend for gifting that to me. It just showed up out of the blue. Don't even know how he got my address. Maybe I gave it to him at one time or another. He's kind of like my mentor. He's very private, so I never mention his name, where he lives. He does present a few videos on YouTube, but he likes things private, and that's the way we're going to keep it. Saturday brunch and a smoke together. Well, all the pipe guys got some dishes to do now. Happy pipe smoking pipe smokers, and happy Saturday. Over and out. And God bless you all.